a Spanish midfielder. Can you guess what team that is? Probably not, otherwise you're probably cheating. But today, we're going to put your knowledge to the test. I'm going to reveal one player, one position, one nationality at a time. It's your goal to determine what team from history these players are from. We're going to try a new system today where the total amount of points you can get per team is 10 points. After every player is revealed, you'll get one less points. So your goal is to try and answer before all the players are revealed. And to make it even more fun, if you can tell me the exact year they're from, meaning, the years are usually like wrapped, so like 2001 to 2002, 2020 to 2021. If you tell me the exact year, I will double your points for that round. So technically you can get 100 points today. I'm going to try to do about 5 teams or so. But the goal is to try and get a perfect score of 50 out of 50. Are you up for the challenge? Let's start with the very first team. Alright, first team. The formation of this team. And again, I'm going off of generic, most common history of the teams and the formations of this year. It may not 100% be accurate, but I'll try to make it as accurate as possible. So the formation for team number 1 is 4-3-3, meaning 3 forwards, 3 midfielders, 4 defenders, and a goalie. Okay, we're going to start off with the first position, which is the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is Spanish. Who can this be? A Spanish goalkeeper. And again, the teams are supposed to go from easy to identify to difficult to identify. So me giving you the option to get double the points is probably not a smart idea. But we're going crazy today. A new sort of series idea potentially. So a new bonus point potential as well. Also today, since there is no previous guess the team based off nationality video, we do not have a comment of the day. So I should probably have gotten another video or another comment. You know what? Bam! Here's a random comment from a random video. I don't know who it is though, but I love you. Alright. If you can guess after the first clue, goalkeeper as Spanish, you get 10 points. Lock it in. Here we go for 9 points. The center back is Spanish. Who can it be? And just for fun, I'm just going to let you know, there are no national teams on this list. That'll be really funny. It's just all Spanish or all French or all Italian. That'll be so funny. There's no national teams on this list. So we have goalkeeper, Spanish. Center back, Spanish. So again, if you would like to watch these videos with your eyes closed, I will do my best to recap all the positions so that way you can visually see and map it out in your mind. Alright. Answers are locked for the 9 points. Here is your next clue to make it 8 points. We have center defensive mid, who is also Spanish. I don't really want to give out any clues, but you should probably know who this is by now. I feel like center defensive mid is very, not necessarily uncommon, but I feel like it can definitely help identify what kind of team this is. So we got goalkeeper, Spanish, center back, Spanish, center defensive mid, Spanish. Actually, you know what? Today might be 10 teams. We're going to aim for 100 points and 200 with doubles. We'll see. Alright, lock in your answers for 8 points. We're now moving on to the fourth player, which means you'll get 7 points if you answer correctly. We have another center mid, not center defensive mid, and they are Spanish. Dun dun dun. Alright, so a recap. We have goalkeeper, Spanish, center back, Spanish, center defensive mid, Spanish, and center mid, Spanish. So the vertical spine of this team is Spanish so far. Okay, answers are locked. Next player. We have another center mid, so we're filling out the midfield now of the 4-3-3 formation. We have a center mid who is also Spanish, but it's not the Spanish national team. So we have a goalkeeper that's Spanish, center back that's Spanish, center defensive mid that is Spanish, center mid Spanish, and center mid Spanish. Who is this team? Again, the goal is to not just get the team, but also the year that they're from. Now, the interesting thing is, if you can guess the team early on, and then guess the year specifically later on, even at the end, given the full team, you still get double the points of when you initially guessed. So if you guess now, you get 6 points. So a full midfield of Spanish, 1 center back that's Spanish, and 1 goalkeeper that's Spanish. Alright. Here we go. We have... Oh, this is interesting though. But we have a right wing that is Spanish. A right wing that is Spanish. Did that throw you for a loop? Dun dun dun. So goalkeeper Spanish, center back Spanish, a full midfield of Spanish, and then a right wing that is Spanish. What is this team? So that's for 5 points, so halfway through. So if you can guess the team, and then you can guess the final year that they're from, or like the year that this team's from, then you can still get a perfect 10 out of 10. Alright, lock in your answers. Here we go. For 4 points, we can now add in a left wing that is Spanish. Okay, listen. It's supposed to be from easy to hard, but I'm making the nationalities from hardest to identify to easiest at the end. So I don't even know if it's easy to hard. Like, it's a new concept. Let me know what you guys think. I may have to change the way it is. But for now, we're going to do it like this. So, goalkeeper, Spanish. Center back, Spanish. A whole midfield of 3 Spanish players, and then left wing and right wing Spanish players. Lock in your answers. Okay. For 3 points, the left back is French. The left back is French. So we have goalkeeper Spanish, center back Spanish, and a full midfield Spanish. Left left wing and right wing Spanish. And now left back is French. Lock in your answer. Alright, next player. So we have, what is it, 1, 2. So for 2 points, we're going to add in the right back. And if you're following along, you probably can guess it. The right back is Brazilian. The right back is Brazilian. So 1 Spanish goalkeeper, 1 Spanish center back, 3 Spanish midfielders, 1 Spanish left wing, 1 Spanish right wing, a French left back, and a Brazilian right back. Answers unlocked. Alright, now we're going to fill out the defense here. For 1 point, the center back is Argentinian. It's Argentinian. So goalkeeper, then left back French, center back is Argentine and Spanish, and then right back is Brazilian. Now, I'm given this team. However, theoretically, I believe there's another center back partnership. So again, some of you may be like, that's not the right team. Potentially. However, that's the team I got. Alright, and finally, I'm going to say, if you lasted this long, you get 0 points if you guess the team now. But you can still double your points based on the year. The team, what am I saying? To round out the team is a center forward that is Argentinian. So you should guess it by now. Again, the last players are the ones that most identify the team. So you should know who it is. Lock in your answers. And if you still don't know who this is, oh wait, I lied. Ooh, actually, this is fun. So I have a hint. And I believe the hint is specific to the year this team was from. Not just identify the team, but identify the year that it is from. So the team's locked in. Please lock in your year that this team is from. Your hint. This team defeated Manchester United at Wembley to secure their 2nd Champions League title in 3 years. Who is this team? I did not fact check that though. So, answer locked. The first team today, with a formation of 4-3-3, Spanish goalkeeper. Then it goes French, Spanish, Argentinian, Brazilian, Spanish, Argentinian, Spanish, is none other than FC Barcelona. But from what year specifically, I have 2010 to 2011. If you said 2010 to 2011, you double your score for this round, not in total. It doesn't compound like that. So that is the first team. Let me know how you did. If you're enjoying so far, please like, subscribe, and leave suggestions on how to improve this series, but also for future ideas. Maybe this idea sort of reminded you of something that you think would be a good series idea for this channel. Please let me know. Alright, the second team. Here we go. The first player, a right back that is Spanish. Who can it be? This animal that I did see. Can you help me guess this mystery? Or is it solve this mystery? Anyway, it's Sambumafu. I love Sambumafu. Alright, a right back that is Spanish. If you guess now, you get a full 10 points. And you possibly can. I ain't cheating, but I'm just saying you possibly can. Alright, we're going to add in a center back now. And the center back is Spanish. The center back is Spanish. Ooh, you know, I might actually have a bone to pick with some of these formations and teams. Theoretically, these players were on this team at this time, but it may not be my preferred team, like starting 11. So you may have to try and dig deep into some of the substitutes as well. This is a 4-3-3 formation, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Alright, lock in your answers for 9 points. Right back, center back. Sorry, we got right back and center back Spanish. Alright, for 8 points, I'm adding in a right wing who is also Spanish. Who can this be? So a right back, that is Spanish. A center back, that is Spanish. A right wing, that is Spanish. Lock in your answers. So now for 7 points, we're going to be adding a center back. That's no, it's not. It's not Spanish. We're stopping the streak early. It is French. A French center back. So we have a French and Spanish center back partnership. We have a right back that is Spanish and a right wing that is Spanish. Lock in your answers. For 6 points, we're adding a striker. And this striker is French. So we have French center back, Spanish center back, Spanish right back, a Spanish right wing, and a striker that's French. Alright, now for 5 points, we're adding a left back that is Brazilian. Left back that is Brazilian. It should be identifiable now. So we have right back Spanish, center back Spanish, right wing Spanish, center back French, striker that is French, and a left back that is Brazilian. Answers are locked. Now we're going to 4 points now, if you still haven't gotten the team. We're adding a center defensive mid that is Brazilian. A Brazilian center defensive mid. Who is this? So, right back Spanish, center back French, left back Brazilian, right wing Spanish, striker French, and now in the midfield, first player in the midfield, Brazilian, center defensive mid. Now, goalkeeper. And it's just gonna unlock, the gates are open. Everyone should get the points now. Goalkeeper is Costa Rican goalkeeper. Costa Rican goalkeeper. This is for 3 points. Costa Rican goalkeeper. Alright. Answers are locked. For 2 points, I'm going to be adding in another center mid. This time, they are German. A German center mid. So now we have goalkeeper, Costa Rican. Then from left to right, we have Brazilian, Spanish, French, and Spanish, sorry. In the defense midfield, we have German and Brazilian. And then we have striker French, right wing Spanish. Lock in your answers. Now to finalize the team, we have a midfielder of Croatian. So now the midfield is German, Brazilian, and Croatian. And all we have left is a left wing. Do you know who that player is? So answers are locked for the 1 point. And now there are no more points for this team. I'm just going to tell you the final player, just to help you. You know what? No, I will still give you 1 point. You know, because it's like, if you still don't know, and I just give you the final player, and you're like, oh, now I know, and I get no points. No, you know what? I'm going to give you half a point. So you can still double it to get 1 full point. That's what we're going to do. Half a point. So for half a point, the final player, left wing, is Portuguese. And just for fun, that is your clue. Portuguese. Lock in your answer for what team this is. Now to help you know what year exactly, again, you have to guess both sides. If it's 2004, you have to say 2004, 2005, or 2003, 2004. Okay. Because the soccer or football year rounds across both years. So your hint is this team became the first team in modern Champions League era to successfully defend their title back to back. Who are they? Answers are locked. Of course, the answer, you know it. Costa Rican, Brazilian, French, Spanish, German, Brazilian, Croatian, Portuguese, French, Spanish, is Real Madrid. Now again, they put Isco there in right wing. You can argue. Oh, you know what? I didn't even mention the players' names. I should mention the players' names. So let me go back to the first team quickly. It was Victor Valdez. Then we had Eric Abidal, French left back. We had BK. And we had Mascherano. I swear they had Puyol too, so, you know. Then we had Dani Alves in right back. We had Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets in the midfield. Then we had David Villa, Lionel Messi, and Pedro. So now in Real Madrid we have Keylor Navas, goalkeeper. Then you had Marcelo, Rafael Varane, Sergio Ramos, Carvajal, right back. We had Toni Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro. Then Ronaldo, Benzema, and they put Isco in right wing. I could have sworn Di Maria was either at this time or earlier. It might have been earlier. But what year was this? Also, wait, did I tell you that? I don't think I told you the players' names. Oh, I guess you have to guess before I told you the players' names, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, did I tell you? Oh my god, my brain doesn't work. For FC Barcelona, it was 2010 to 2011. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that, just in case I didn't. But for Real Madrid, the answer was 2016 to 2017. So if you guess that, you get double the points for this round. What's happening with my mind? It's just too many players, too many points. My mind's going crazy. Okay. We are going to the team. That's number 3. Here we go. The formation is different this time. They are following a 4-4-2 formation. A very standard, and I think actually no hint, but a very standard formation. Alright, we're going to start with the first position. We're going to left back, and we're going with English. We have an English left back and the first English player on any of the teams so far today. So what team has a left back that's English? Answer now to get a full 10 points. Alright, answers are locked for the full 10 points. Now for 9 points, I'll raise you 1 English player, and I'll give you another. A center back that is also English. Who is this? Alright, lock in your answers. This could be a lot of players. Now, maybe I'm feeling generous, or maybe this team is just very diverse, but we're moving on to the third player. You're going to get 8 points if you get it right after this player. And we're going to add a right back that is Cameroonian. that's Cameroonian. Now let's talk about, a wrench in your plans. A Cameroonian right back. Who is this? Okay, lock in your answers for 8 points. Now we're moving on for 7 points. Here we go. We're going to add another center back. We're finishing the defense. So it goes from English left back to an English center back to a right back that's Cameroonian. But the center back partnership is an Ivory Coast player. And apparently they're Ivorian. I didn't know that for some reason. I didn't know that the nationality of someone who's from Ivory Coast is Ivorian. That's cool. So that's the full defense for 7 points. Can you guess just based off the defense? Here we go. We're going to add a goalkeeper now for 6 points. I'm going to add a German goalkeeper. A German goalkeeper. So, goalkeeper now is German. Defense from left to right is English. Ivory Coast. Ivorian. And Cameroonian. Lock in your answers. Alright, for 5 points, this is where you want to try to guess the answer. So that way you can double up the points later on. Here we go. We're adding a right mid. So we're going to the midfield now. Right mid. That is Swedish. A very diverse team. A right mid that is Swedish. So, German goalkeeper. English, Ivory Coast, Cameroonian defense. And now, a right mid that is Swedish. Lock in your answer. Alright, 4 points now. For 4 points, we're going to the center mid position. And we're adding in a Brazilian center mid. So, German goalkeeper, English, Cameroonian, Ivory Coast defense, and now, Brazilian center mid, Swedish right mid. Lock in your answer. Alright. Now for 3 points now. We're going to fill in that center mid partnership. And we're going to fill it in with a French player. A French center mid. Who can this be? So we have a German goalkeeper. English, Ivory Coast. Cameroonian defense. And now we have French, Brazilian, and Swedish midfield. Lock in your answers. Now, it should start getting a lot easier because we're going to add the left mid. And it's going to be a French left mid. It's Mbappe. It's not Mbappe. French left mid. So let me recap again. German goalkeeper. English, Ivory Coast, Cameroonian defense, and now a French, Brazilian, Swedish midfield. Again, this is a 4-4-2 formation. Lock in your answers. Now for 1 point, we're going to be adding in a striker. And the first striker today is Dutch. A Dutch striker from the Netherlands. Who can this be? A Dutch player. Lock in your answers. No more recaps. Too many recaps. A Dutch player. Finally, for half a point, we're going to round out that striking partnership with a French French player. What team is this? A final recap. We have German goalkeeper, English, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, defense. Then we have a French, Brazilian, Swedish midfield. And finally, a Dutch and French striking partnership. Lock in your answer. And to answer the year, and to help you answer the year, here we go. The only team in Premier League history to complete an entire 38 game season without a single defeat. Answers are locked. The answer for this team of a 4-4-2 formation is, of course, Arsenal, also known as the Invincibles, from 2003 to 2004. If you said Arsenal, you get the points. If you said 2003, 2004, you double those points. Alright, and just a recap of what players we used for this formation. It was Jens Lehmann in goalkeeper. Then we had Ashley Cole, left back, Sol Campbell, center back, Kolo Toure, center back, Loren, right back. Then we had Robert Perez, left mid, Patrick Vieira, and Gilberto Silva in center mid, Freddie Lundberg in right mid, and then we had Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry as striker. That is one legendary starting 11. Alright, team number 4. We have a 4-2-3-1 formation. So I believe it's either, so there's a striker, then I think there's a center attacking mid. It's either going to be like a left attacking mid or usually a left wing. So it's usually going to be like wingers, then a striker, a center attacking mid, and then 2 center defensive mids. And then 4 defenders as usual, left back, center back, right back, and a goalkeeper. Alright, here we go. We're going to start with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is German. A German goalkeeper from history. It has to be Arsenal. It has to be the Invincibles. So we have a German goalkeeper for 10 points. Lock in your answer. Alright, here we go. For 9 points, I'm adding in a right back. That is German. And again, this cannot be the German national team. We have a right back. That is German. Alright, lock in your answers. We are now going to 8 points now. With the third player, we are adding in a center back. And you guessed it, is German. So a German goalkeeper, a German right back, and a German center back. So lock in your answers here. So for 7 points now, we are adding in a center defensive mid, one of them. There's 2 of them. And we have, I was about to say the person's name. We have another German player. So we have goalkeeper, right back, center back, and now center defensive mid that are German. So at least one half of this team is German so far. Okay. We're going to add in, so answers a lot. We're going to add in a center attacking mid now for 6 points. And we're going to say that is also German. So goalkeeper German, right back German, center defensive mid German, and center attacking mid, who's also German. Alright, lock in your answers. Now it's gonna get spicy. Are you ready for the spiciness? Here we go. It's about to get super, super spicy. So for 5 points, this is where you should be answering the team. We have a center back that is Brazilian. Brazilian center back. So out of all these German players, finally a Brazilian player in there. So goalkeeper, right back, center back, German. Then another center back who's Brazilian. And then a center defensive mid, one of them, German. And a center attacking mid who's German. Again, this is a 4-2-3-1 formation. Answers are locked. I'm going to add in a left back now. And this should wrap things up. Here we go. A left back. That is Austrian. An Austrian left back. So now the full defense is done. We have goalkeeper, that's German. We have an Austrian left back. A Brazilian center back. A German center back. And a German right back. Followed with a German center defensive mid and a German center attacking mid. So lock in your answer for this one. Now for 3 points. We are completing the center defensive mid partnership and we're adding in a Spanish player. A Spanish player. Also, I just want to say that this is one of my favorite teams. I used to always use them. Oh no, I can't tell you. That's too much of a hint. Ooh. That's okay. I used to always use them when I played FIFA. And you know I'm an old guy, so. Anyway. So lock in your points for that. Center defensive mid, that's Spanish. Now, for 2 points. We have a striker. That is Croatian. Yep, you can probably guess. A striker that is Croatian. Who could this team be? So lock in your answers for 2 points. And this should be identifiable by now. So we're going to try and go through the rest of them fairly quickly. So lock in your answers. Now for 1 point, we have on the right wing, so this is going to be 2 wingers and a striker, we have a Dutch player. Right wing Dutch player. Lock in your answers. And now for half a point, we're going to finalize this team with a left wing. That is French. A French left wing. Please lock in your final answers. So, the final recap of this team: a German goalkeeper, a Austrian left back, a Brazilian and German center back partnership, a right back that is German, a German and Spanish center defensive mid partnership, a German center attacking mid, and a French left wing, a Dutch right wing, and a Croatian striker. Who is this team? Answers are locked. The year. Actually, no, I'll just tell you the team. It is Bayern Munich. But what year are they from? Your hint. This is the first ever team to complete the treble in German football history after beating a domestic rival in the Champions League final. Answers are locked for the year. What year was this? You know I love FIFA. You know this is probably around FIFA 12 to FIFA 14. And it is correct. It is 2012 to 2013. This is the Bayern Munich squad I used to always play on FIFA. Alright, so just a recap of the players that were chosen here. I actually really like this team. I will certify that this is probably the most known / common team for Bayern Munich of this time. You can argue with me, but I'm right. So we have Manuel Neuer in goalkeeper, Philipp Lahm, the legend, right back, Jerome Boateng, center back, Dante, the other center back, David Alaba, left back. Then we have Schweinsteiger and Javi Martinez in the center defensive mid. we have Thomas Muller as a center attacking mid. Then we have Franck Ribéry, left wing, Arjen Robben, right wing, and of course, Mandzukic as striker. Alright, we're down to the last team for today. Again, I have a full list of another 5 of these. If you guys do enjoy this video, please let me know and I will do another video with those 5. And please let me know other suggestions. Maybe it's too hard to sort of keep track of your points. Maybe we need a simpler point system. Maybe you want to see it visually. Maybe there's other ways to sort of improve. Let me know. I'm all ears. Okay. Here we go. The final team for today. We have a 4-4-2 formation. However, we're going to spice it up and make it a diamond formation. Meaning, we're going to remove the left and right mids and instead squeeze it. So we have a center defensive mid, 2 center mids, 1 center attacking mid, 2 strikers, 4 defenders. Okay. So who played with this formation? Interesting. Alright. 4-4-2 formation. We're starting off with a center back that is Italian. Ooh. A center back that's Italian. Who can this be? Lock in your answers for 10 points. Answer locked. For 9 points now, we're adding in a left back that is Italian. There is a left back. Speaking of FIFA, there used to be a Italian left back. Or was it a right back? Who was that? I just know he was so fast. He was super fast. And he was pretty cheap in the game. I don't remember. Let me know. If you can tell me who it is in the comments below, you get a bonus point. Alright. So we have a center back and a left back that are Italian. Now we have, for 8 points, we're adding in a center mid. And we have an Italian. Again, this cannot be the Italian team. Like the Italian national team, it can't be. Alright, for 8 points, another Italian. Alright, we're adding in another player. For 7 points, we have at center defensive mid an Italian. We have a center back that's Italian, a left back that's Italian, a center mid that's Italian, and a center defensive mid that's Italian. Lock in your answers. Answers are locked. So we have 6 points now. Up for grabs. The goalkeeper is Brazilian. Whoa, some of you are like, hold up. It's not Italian. It's not Italian. The goalkeeper is Brazilian. Who could it be? And we're going to round out. Actually, no, not round out. We're going to add in a right back now. For 5 points, this is when you should fully identify the team if you want the full points, along with the double points with the year the team is from. We're going to round out the players so far with another Brazilian at right back. So a recap here. Goalkeeper, that is Brazilian. A left back, Italian. Center back, Italian. We're going to skip the second center back, we don't know yet. And we're going to go to right back, which is Brazilian. And then we have Italian center defensive mid and Italian center mid. Who is this team? Answers are locked. Here we go. We're going to go for 4 points now. We're going to fill out the defense. And this is maybe a arguable one, but we have a center back that is Dutch from the Netherlands. this player? Well, you don't really need to answer that, but what is this team? So we have a goalkeeper that's Brazilian, and then a full defense from left to right. Italian, Dutch, and Brazilian. And then a center defensive mid that is Italian. And a center mid that is Italian. Answers are locked. We're going to add in one more player here, and they are going to be the center attacking mid. And it's going to also be Brazilian. So now the midfield is a center attacking mid of Brazilian, center defensive mid of Italian, and a center mid of Italian. So there's only one part of the diamond that is still left. So lock in your answers. We have 2 points up for grabs now. If you still haven't guessed the team, we have a center mid that is Dutch, who's also from the Netherlands. So now, without strikers, this is the current team for 2 points. We have Brazilian goalkeeper, then Italian, Dutch, Brazilian defense, and now Italian, Brazilian, Dutch midfield. Do you know who it is? Answers are locked. There are 2 more players to reveal. For 1 point, I can reveal that one of the strikers is Argentinian. A great striker, by the way. This striking partnership is actually I really like this one. Legends. Okay. Answers are locked. For 1 point, the striker is Argentinian. And the final player for today, the final player, the final team, the final chance for points, we have the final striker. It is Ukrainian. Now you understand why I didn't say the first player was Ukrainian as a striker, because if you're like me, you only know one Ukrainian striker from history. The one that led their team, the one that carried their team, the national team, and one of the best strikers of all time, maybe. Alright, answers are locked. The final recap is goalkeeper Brazilian, Italian, Dutch, Brazilian, defense, then Italian, Brazilian, Dutch midfield, and finally Argentine and Ukrainian striking partnership. Answers are locked. This is a 4-4-2 formation, and to help you guess the year this team's from, I'm not going to tell you what the team is just yet, but they were the losing side of the Miracle of Istanbul after blowing a 3-0 halftime lead. Not the best of hints. If you're a fan of this team, I apologize. Answers are locked. This team is AC Milan. It is the legendary team from 2004 to 2005. So if you guessed those 2 years, you get double the points. And just a final recap of this team. We start off with one of my favorite goalkeepers, Dida, the Brazilian goalkeeper. Defense, we have Paolo Maldini, Alessandro Nesta. We have Jopstam. That's the one I don't remember. Jopstam. He's bald, that's all I know. We have Cafu in right back. We have Andrea Pirlo. They put him in center defensive mid, and then they put Gattuso as center mid. I feel like that should be switched, but yeah. And then they have Seedorf center mid, Kaká center attacking mid, and then of course Hernan Crespo and Shevchenko as a striking partnership. Alright, there you have it, folks. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about this series. It's very different from my usual here's a question, answer kind of video. It's also kind of hard to keep track of every single player in terms of a formation. It also is, very difficult to show it visually. I need to figure out how to do that. If you guys want me to do that, I feel like that's possible, to try and show you a formation. Maybe I can do that for this video, but probably not. So let me know if you guys want me to do that as well, to help you sort of, follow along. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it, and leave suggestions for the future. And thank you all, as always, for watching. Make sure to take care of yourself, take care of each other, love yourself, love each other. And most importantly, have a great rest of your day, and have a great sleep, 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 sleep.